A very good afternoon. I'm James Preston reporting live from Kalkine Studios. It's lunchtime here in Sydney and that means it's time for the Mid-Market Pulse. In today's show we'll take a look at the overall Australian share market performance by the mid-session trade. We'll also explore the biggest winners and losers of the day, and lastly we'll focus on stocks such as Zipco, South32, Gentrack and many more that have grabbed headlines today. Let's begin though on home soil. Australian shares continue to trade higher after a positive start amid broad-based buying support. The equity market rebounded strongly after hitting a 4-month low in the previous session, mirroring overnight gains in Wall Street. The market sentiment was also lifted by buying in blue-chip energy, bank and mining stocks. The benchmark index, the ASX 200, was trading up by 0.92% by lunchtime. The index opened higher today and gained as much as 1.15% during the day's trade so far. In the overnight session, Wall Street ended mixed as concerns about a potential US government shutdown and the fight to increase the debt ceiling. The Dow Jones gained 0.25%, the S&P 500 rose by 0.15%, and the Nasdaq fell by 0.25% in volatile trading as an early rally in tech shares faded by the end of the session. Back home on the sectoral front, 11 sectoral indices are all trading in the green terrain as investors resorted to bargain hunting after a sharp drop in the last 2 sessions. Consumer staples was the top performer with a 1.6% gain, followed by a 1.2% rise in the energy sector. Among others, financial, materials, consumer discretionary, healthcare, industrial and A-REIT sectors also saw a surge in buying. Information technology was the poorest performing sector, following weak cues from the US counterpart, the Nasdaq. On the COVID-19 front, New South Wales reported 941 new locally acquired coronavirus cases and 6 deaths in the past 24 hours. Victoria's daily case tally continued to outnumber New South Wales for the 3rd consecutive day. The state's daily cases hit a fresh high of 1,438 on Thursday. This is the highest number of cases and deaths recorded in a 24-hour period since the pandemic began. Let's now turn our attention to the biggest gainers and losers from the ASX. The top gainer on the ASX pack was Australia's largest mining and services player, Orica, which rallied 13.9%. Some of the other notable gainers were tech firm Codan, oil producer Beach Energy, auto parts manufacturer ARB Corporation, and food service retailer Collins Foods. On the losing side, gold mining stocks were among the top losers as investors booked profits after a strong rally in the previous session. Gold Road Resources topped the losers chart by falling 5%. That was also followed by Chalice Mining and Ramelius Resources. Investment management group Pinnacle and resource business Linus Rare Earths were also among the top 5 losers. In terms of stocks grabbing headlines, buy now pay later operator Zip is in the news. Zip's shares surged by nearly 4% on a pact with technology giant Microsoft. Under the agreement, the American tech major will integrate Zip technology into shopping experiences with the browser Microsoft Edge, and that's going to begin in the US market. It said that functionality was being tested at present and it could launch as soon as November 2021. And now it's time for a very short break, but stay tuned on Kalkine TV as I'll be back with more trending market updates in just a moment. Hi there, James Preston for Kalkine TV. Are you into gaming and virtual reality? Does AI and the endless possibilities it entails capture your interest? Or are you constantly trawling through the web to try and discover the latest updates and innovations in the tech space? Well, let us do the work for you. From the latest product launches to shocking affairs on the World Wide Web, exclusive interviews and information about the top companies like Apple and Google to brand new tech startups vying for your attention. Kalkine's Tech Beat has the latest in what matters in the world of technology. Join me every single Thursday on The Tech Beat, exclusive to Kalkine TV. Thanks for joining us on Kalkine TV. I'm James Preston and this is the Mid-Market Pulse live from Sydney. Let's take a look at some stocks that are making headlines today. Shares of South32 gained nearly 2.5% after the mining and metals company unveiled a plan to acquire additional stakes in Mozal Aluminium. The company has exercised its preemptive rights to buy 25% more shares in Mozal Aluminium from Mitsubishi Corporation's MCA Metals. The deal will cost around $250 million, while its stake in Mozal will increase to 72.1%. Mozal Aluminium is an aluminium smelter located near Maputo, Mozambique. The operation is currently jointly owned by South32, Mitsubishi, the Industrial Development Corporation of South Africa, and the Government of the Republic of Mozambique. Shares of software business Gentrack climbed 26% after it upgraded its earnings guidance for the full financial year ending on the 30th of September 2021. The Auckland-based company now expects full-year revenue to be around 105 million New Zealand dollars, slightly higher than previous guidance of $100.5 million. The rise in earnings was driven by incremental revenue and reduced spending in research and development ends due to the tight global labour market in the technology sector. Diagnostics company Integral Diagnostics rose over 1% after it acquired Victoria-based The X-Ray Group. The deal includes an upfront purchase consideration of 37.5 million Aussie dollars on a cash and debt-free basis. This comprises of 25.95 million Aussie dollars in cash and $11.55 million in new ordinary Integral Diagnostic shares to be issued at completion of the acquisition. Adding to it, a deferred payment of up to $1 million payable on the third anniversary of completion of the transaction is also possible. The acquisition is expected to be completed in November 2021, subject to satisfaction of customary conditions, and will be funded by existing debt facilities. Tourism company Experience Co shares entered a trading halt pending an announcement. The company plans to raise funds to finance the acquisition of ziplining business Trees Adventures. It will raise 55 million Aussie dollars via a fully underwritten 1-for-3.33 pro rata non-recountable entitlement offer at 33 cents per share. The offer is at an 8.3% discount to the last closing price of 36 cents per share. Trees Adventures shareholders will be issued 26.9 million fully paid ordinary shares in Experience at an 8.3% discount to the last closing price of 36 cents. Experience Co has proposed to acquire 100% of Trees Adventures for a total consideration of up to 46.9 million Aussie dollars. The transaction itself consists of an initial consideration of $40.4 million and deferred payments of $6.5 million payable over the period to 3 years upon the completion of the agreement. Well, that's a wrap for this show. Keep watching Kalkine TV for more trending market updates from Australia and around the world. I'm James Preston, signing off for now.